Hello everyone, Sam here to make another video about the Guardians of the United States. Today, we have the last and final part of the corporate arc, alright, the corporate saga. Alright, as this video will mainly be going over like a recap of all the characters, all that we talked about in this arc, alright. Alright, so I can't wait to show you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. You guys are going to enjoy it. You guys are going to love it. However, before we get started, I have to warn you first. Do not watch this video if you're someone under the age of 18, as this video will talk about some pretty sensitive topics that may not be suitable for kids. Alright, so let me repeat that again. Do not watch this video if you're someone under the age of 18, as this video will talk about some pretty sensitive topics that may not be suitable for kids. Alright, so I'm just telling you now, if you're still watching, you have been warned. Alright, so let's get started here. This video will be called The Farewell to the Corporate Saga, alright? Alright, so let's get started here. We're going to be transitioning in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, alright? Hello everyone, this is the Legion Corporation. This is the symbol of the Legion Corporation. As we all know, the Legion Corporation is a corporation that's well known for being considered one of the largest corporations in the entire world. A very powerful, a very influential corporation that's made up of other big brands in the Guardians of the United States. Some of the most and those who don't know, as we all know, there are 8 CEOs who basically control each one of these, that help control the Legion Corporation. Each one of these CEOs have their own jobs and their own duties to do. Some of them are the most richest people in the United States as well. Some of the most richest people in the world, as in right here. They're also known as the 8 Lords of Malmon. Now we're gonna do a recap of each and every one of these 8 CEOs right here, the 8 CEOs and the 8 executive board members and the 8 Lords of Malmon, and we're gonna be doing it again with the world's richest man. We're gonna be transitioning in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. As you can see, meet the world's richest man, John D. Veller, he's a well-known individual who's considered basically kind of like one of the leaders who helped control the Legion Corporation. He's well known for being the world's richest man, but he's also nicknamed the Lord of the Earth and the Environment, as he's a very environmental figure who's well known for deceiving people through greenwashing tactics. Now, another thing that people don't know about him is that he's also someone who uses pollution magic, and the company he runs is called Fossil Co., a well-known, really big monopoly on a real-known company that's well-known for having a monopoly on the energy industry. And also, John D. Veller's net worth is, in fact, $370.10 billion net worth. Alright, he's the world's richest man. Alright, so next we're going to be transferring again. We're going to be talking about the most empowered woman in corporate America, Hillary Luke Martin, in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hillary Luke Martin, the second CEO that we covered. Alright, she's one of the 8 CEOs, one of the 8 executive board members that help control the Legion Corporation. She's also considered one of the 8 Lords of Mammon, as she's literally nicknamed the Lord of Health and Empowerment. As she's well known, as she's literally nicknamed the most empowered woman in all in corporate America. She's well known for fighting back, for being empowered, fighting back against the man. She's also a symbol of health, as she's also well known for being the leader, the CEO of a tobacco company called LM Leaf Co., one of the most influential tobacco companies, very influential. And not only that, and Hillary Luke Martin's net worth is $201.4 billion net worth. All right, that is how wealthy this character is. Now next, we're going to be talking about the greatest engineer of all time, known as Josh Deeds, the 3rd CEO, and we're going to be doing that in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, Josh L. Deeds, the 3rd CEO of the Legion Corporation. He's the 3rd CEO and then the 3rd executive board member that helps control the Legion Corporation. All right, as he's well known for being very influential. He's also one of the 8 Lords of Mammon, as he's literally nicknamed the Lord of Automation and Engineering, as he's a well-known engineer who's well known for being who has a very great expertise in engineering and tech and automation. He also is someone who uses automation magic, and also the company he runs is Lovely Chipotle, a well-known car company, manufacturing company that's well known for producing some of the best cars in the world. And his net worth is $250.10 billion net worth, all right? He's the wealthiest engineer of our time. Now, next, we're going to be talking about the most spoiled girl in the entire world, the fourth CEO, Kara Eugene, in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Kara A. Eugene, the fourth CEO of the Legion Corporation. All right, she's one of the 8 CEOs, one of the executive board members that help control the Legion Corporation. She's considered the most spoiled girl in the entire world, well known for being very entitled to everything, believing that everything belongs to her. However, she's also considered one of the 8 lords of Mammon. Now, she's literally nicknamed the Lord of Sugar and Spoils, as she's the CEO of a well-known soda company called right here, Crazy Sugar Pop. Well, a Crazy Sugar Pop's a really known soda brand in this universe. This company is very influential in the soda industry. Also, Kara uses sugar magic as well, and also this is also Kara Eugene's net worth, as in it's a $100.3 billion net worth. All right. Now, next we're going to be talking about the 5th CEO, Carl A. Ruster Jr., and we're going to be transferring in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Carl A. Ruster Jr., the 5th CEO of the Legion Corporation. He's one of the 8. He's considered one of the 8 CEOs, and also considered one of the executive board members that help control the Legion Corporation. However, he's very influential in the defense industry. As a matter of fact, his literal nickname is the Lord of War and Security. He's also considered the most crazy war hawk in the entire world, well known for running one of the most defense companies in the entire world, one of the most biggest weapons manufacturer in the entire world, known as Bangtech Advancement Weapons Company. Very influential in the weapons manufacturing industry, in the defense industry. And Kyle A. Rusters Jr. is $245.1 billion net worth. That's how wealthy this character is. Now, next we're going to be talking about the sixth CEO of the Legion Corporation, Parent M. Mazzoro. We're going to be doing that in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Parent Ms. Mazzoro, all right? She's considered the 6th CEO of the Legion Corporation. She's considered one of the 8 CEOs, one of the 8 executive board members that help control the Legion Corporation. She's very influential in the fashion industry. All right, she's literally nicknamed the world's most sexiest woman in the world. However, what people don't know, she's also considered one of the 8 lords of Mammon, and she's literally nicknamed the Lord of Beauty and Fashion, as she has a very great expertise in beauty and fashion. As in right here, she runs a fashion company called Miss Glamorous, one of the most influential fashion companies in the fashion industry. Very, very influential. And Miss Mazzoro's net worth is $177.11 billion net worth. That's how wealthy this character is. She's a very wealthy individual. Now, next we're going to be talking about the seventh CEO, John R. Bryce Jr. We're going to do that in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. John R. Bryce. He's considered the 7th CEO of the Legion Corporation. He's considered one of the 8 CEOs, one of the executive board members that help control the Legion Corporation. He's very influential. He's considered one of the greatest entertainers of all time. Very influential in the entertainment space, especially in the entertainment industry and media industry. Very influential. However, what people don't know is that he's also one of the 8 lords of Mammon, as he's literally nicknamed the Lord of Media and Entertainment, as he's well known for owning a very influential media company called Bryce Media, a very influential media company in the media sphere, and his net worth is $291.3 billion net worth. That's how wealthy this entertainer is. Now, next we're going to be talking about the 8th and final CEO, Ruby J. Jones, and we're going to be doing that in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Ruby J. Jones. She's considered she's the 8th and final CEO of the Legion Corporation, who helps control Legion Corporation. She's one of the 8 CEOs, one of the 8 executive board members that help control Legion Corporation. She's very influential, especially towards the youth. However, she's also very influential towards the youth, as she herself is a pretty popular figure. However, what people don't know, as she's also considered she's considered one of the 8 lords of Mammon, as she's literally nicknamed the Lord of Tech in the future. future, as she's well known for trying to bring humanity to the future. And she's also the CEO of a tech company called JJ Tech Co., the most influential one of the most influential tech companies in the world, producing some of the best and some of the most revolutionizing computer technology. And her wealth and her net worth is $234.2 billion net worth. All right. Now, next, we're going to be talking about who actually controls the Legion Corporation, who controls the CEOs. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. All right. Now, this character, he is the leader of the Legion Corporation. He's considered the one who even controls the eight executive board members. He is Mammon, the Lord of Greed and Materialism, as he's well known for trying to corrupt society, trying to spread his wicked influence in society, trying to make sure to spread his influence, trying to corrupt as many people as he can by corrupting them, by getting them to be more focused on material goods, to be obsessed with material goods, to have their minds be consumed with greed and materialism. And not only that, as in right here, Mammon and his 8 lords, Mammon of his 8 lords of materialism, as they're well known for trying to push people towards materialism, especially with his philosophy of Mammonism, which I'm gonna be explaining to you again, and I'm gonna be doing that. Ready for this? I'm gonna be doing that to do this in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right. This is now what his Mammon's philosophy is Mammonism. Now, what is Mammonism? Well, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Mammonism is a political but also religious philosophy that believes in the teachings of Mammon, in which Mammon teaches and preaches that the most important thing in life is to be the most greedy person in the world and to make as much money as possible without caring about the detriment of others. All right, it's a philosophy built on materialism. And it's also built on extreme greed and extreme selfishism. All right, extreme. All right, I mean materialism, take it to the max. All right, because as next, I'm gonna be talking to you guys about the 3 principles of Mammonism, and as I'm gonna be telling you guys about the 3 principles of Mammonism, and I'm gonna be doing that in 3. Ready for this? I'm gonna be doing that in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. The 3 principles of Mammonism. The first principle of Mammonism: you must do whatever you can to make as much money as possible, even if it leads to the detriment of others, all for your own benefit, not the benefit of others, and not for the benefit of others. Not for the benefit of others. The second principle of Mammonism: admit that money is more valuable than anyone in life, and use that money to buy whatever you want, all for the enjoyment of yourself and not the enjoyment of others. And the third and final and the most important principle of Mammonism: get rid of any connections to anyone who does not value money or the enjoyment you get of spending that money on things that bring you absolute joy. Alright, so those are the 3 main principles of Mammonism and the 3 main principles of Mammon's philosophy. Now, next we're going to be talking about the 5 main pillars that make up the Legion Corporation, and we're going to be doing that in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. The 5 main pillars of the Legion Corporation: expansion, bribery, influence, power, and control. And it goes like this: the Legion Corporation is always I'm going to explain to you the 5 pillars of the Legion Corporation. The first one is expansion. The Legion Corporation is always looking to expand their business into other markets, even foreign markets, which leads to the next pillar, which is bribery, in which the corporation bribes government or specifically government officials, and which leads to the next pillar, which is influence, in which the corporation tries to have an influence in foreign countries' governments, to have government officials make laws that benefit the corporation and the government, but screw over the people, which leads to the next pillar, and which is power, which is having power over countries' economies, which leads to the next and final pillar, which is control, in which is full-on control over the countries and the communities and the families within. All right, those are the 5 main pillars, and I'm gonna be transferring in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, now you might be wondering, what is this? Why did I transfer so awkwardly? Well, sorry about that. That's a thing I'm gonna be explaining later, which I kind of messed up on the timing here. But anyways, look. This right here is the outwardly power meter. Now, what is the outwardly power meter? Power meter, as in right here. I'm going to explain to you what that is. The outwardly power meter is a meter that helps determine how much of an outworlder has magic, and this very great meter also helps them regulate their magic in order to prevent them from running out. Now, this power meter is divided into 4 different zones that helps the outworlder to see how much magic he or she got, and if they need to be more conservative with it or not. Also, every outworlder has the ability to summon this power meter whenever they want, especially if they feel like their magic is running out. Alright, so that's the power meter. I'm going to be transferring again in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Alright, hello everyone. This is Mammon and his 8 Lords of Materialism. Okay? You see, what the corporate arc was all about was basically telling a story about the dangers of allowing corporations to have too much influence into government. All right, you do not want the government and big business constantly being friends with one another. You always want to keep government and corporations separate from one another. All right, they do not need to be with each other. They don't need to be embedded with one another, because that will cause a lot of problems. That will always lead to cronyism. All right, we do not want that. Alright? Alright. And also, by the way, each one of these 8 Lords of Mammon each have magical abilities, which I'm going to explain to you. And I'm going to be doing that. And ready for this? In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Alright, as you can see, these are the 8 Lords of Mammon. Alright, we have John D. Veller. We have John D. Veller, Hillary Luke Martin, Josh L. Deeds. Oh, we have right here, Kara A. Eugene, Carl A. Ruster Jr. Then we have, next, we have Pioneer Miss Mazzoro, John Bryce, and right here, we have, Ruby J. Jones. Each one of them are outworlders. They all draw their power from Mammon. They all draw magical abilities, which I was talking about the power meter. John D. Veller has pollution magic. Hillary Luke Martin has smoke magic. Josh L. Deeds has automation magic. Kara Eugene has sugar magic. Kyle Ruster Jr. has war magic. Prior Miss Mazur has environmental magic. And John Bryce has, what was it again? Hold on. Has communication magic. And Ruby J. Jones has, Ruby J. Jones, where are you? Oh, Ruby J. Jones has robotics magic. All right, that's each one of them. That's each one of their magical abilities. They all have unique abilities that are very unique, which I explained to you in each one of the videos. I introduced these characters, each one of these CEOs. All right. No one really knows that all of them work for Mammon, as it's more like a secret, as Mammon tries to do what he can to keep his appearance from not being known to the public. He's very influential in that way. Alright, so go watch those videos. You guys are going to enjoy it. Now I'm going to be transferring again, and I'm going to be doing that in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Alright, guys, don't forget to like and share, comment, subscribe to the video. Don't forget to follow me on my Twitter account at oddcinema899. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, let me guys know in the comment section below. What did you guys think about this arc? Do you like the corporate arc? Did you like how it's kind of different from most than, just talking about the Guardians? Did you love it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section below. And also, did you guys like each one of the CEOs and all their unique abilities? Let me know in the comment section below, because I know I did. Now next, I probably will be talking about more of the Guardians, introducing some more Guardians. I can't wait to tell you that, and can't wait to show you that. Alright, so yeah. This video will be called Farewell to the Corporate Arc, alright? So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for participating and watching all these videos. Don't forget to like and share, comment, subscribe. Go watch those videos I made. Have a wonderful day. And as I've been saying, may God bless. May God bless.